We've got a little bonus Cyclone Fanatic Daily for you on a Friday because it's Iowa State Football Media Days, and why not bring the Northwest Bank Studios up north for the afternoon? It's very clear that the Iowa State offense is going to look different in 2025. How could it not without two NFL wide receivers? But even without Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll, there's other guys that will step in, and I'll get into that in just a second. But the confidence comes out of the mainstay at quarterback and third-year starter Rocco Becht. Rocco is not content at all with the success that he's had in the first two seasons.
What I am very proud of is just his unbelievable attack and curiosity to figure out how to get better every day. And he's a guy that is relentless in the pursuit to become his best. And as long as you have that curiosity, as long as I always have said, like, curiosity kills complacency. It certainly has. And his ability to stay curious as a football player and a leader has just been really fun to watch, and I appreciate it. And I think it's certainly got him on the path for another great opportunity to just show how special he truly is.
I think every single day I'm learning. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm continuing to just learn every day, and that could be leadership, the football, off the field situations, about the team. I mean, there's really a lot of things that go into it, and so I think having those questions available for the people around us, because their doors are always open. It's a player-led team. They're here for us, these coaches, and I think they do a good job of listening to us and understanding what our opinions are, and giving us the right answers.
Pretty much all of the wide receivers are either transfers or younger guys stepping into bigger roles. There's talent, but it could take a couple games to get adjusted. It's the opposite in the tight end room. Gabe Burkle is fresh off of a breakout late last season, and Ben Brahmer is now finally healthy. Those two leaders could be the difference on the ISU offense.
I always said about Knoll and Higgins, they're pros. Like, how they eat, how they train, how they practice every day. They were professionals way before they left Iowa State. And, I would say that's what Burkle and Brahmer bring, a maturity. They know how to practice. They know what it takes to be successful. They're already professional football players. They'll be that someday, but they're that already in our football program. And so what they give everybody in the program, not just the receiver room, is a model of, be like that guy. How he trains, how he recovers, how he sleeps at night, how he practices every day, how he prepares to play the game. I think that is what Higgins and Knoll gave our football team, and Brahmer and Burkle have that. Now, obviously, on top of that, they are really, really good football players. They're great blockers. They're great pass catchers. They can certainly help Rocco in the game.
I think you could see a lot more 12 personnel going into the season with Gabe and Ben on the field together, because those two guys can really block and run and catch the football for us. So having those two guys on the field, making the receivers, making it easier on them for them to adjust to what's going on is definitely going to be huge.
It's going to just make our offense more versatile. We have a great wide receiver room. So many guys in that room that can make plays consistently, so it's just going to bring another aspect to our offense, and we're going to be very versatile and not just going to be position group dominated at all. Everyone's going to get the ball in their hands, and everyone's going to be able to make huge plays.
When the tight end room is such a strength, that means we'll see plenty of 12 and 13 personnel sets. That means more opportunities for a running game that saw strides in 2024.
Props to Coach Clanton in the O-line room. I think he's been doing an amazing job with them. Breeding that dog mentality, which you got to have on the offensive line. So it's really great to have those guys up front. And, just to be able to run through those holes, it's a blessing to be able to do that. And, the running backs get praised for it, but the O-linemen usually don't. So you always got to keep them, praise.
You got great running back room that we got this year with Carson Hansen and Abu, and even some other guys like Aiden Flora that are really workhorses for us. And I think that it's awesome when you run the ball really well, like we're able to do, like in that game you said. I had a great plan, great execution for everybody top down. But I think what I like about running the ball most about is when you can run the ball really well, it opens up Rocco for the pass game, and he does a great job within that, and I think that we have a great system for all of that.
Yeah, I would say just, making sure that I can hit those big plays, being able to be explosive, more than 10 plus, just being able to break free and have those big runs. That's something I've been working on, and making the free defenders miss is something also.
That's a lot on the offense. Time to talk defense. It's very clear that side of the ball is ready to have a completely healthy core of linebackers Today was the first time all summer that we talked to most of these linebackers, and it became apparent that the position battle is intense. Cooper Ebel said it's the most competitive that he's ever seen. There's 8 or 9 guys that you could make an argument to not only play, but maybe even start. Linebackers coach Colby Cratch will have his hands full determining who plays and who doesn't, and that's a good problem.
Bring it every day, because if you don't, then that next guy's coming to take your job. And obviously we're all best friends, we all love one another, but when we step on the field, we've all got one thing in mind, and that's to play. But yeah, that goes for every at Will linebacker and at Sam linebacker too. There's a lot of competition, and it's awesome. It's elevating everyone's play.
We got a lot of guys with a lot of miles on them, so the more we can rotate and stay fresh, that's going to be good for us. I think Coach Cratchell did a good job at kind of finding guys who fit and mesh well together. Rotate that way and just keep us fresh, keep us fast, keep us hitting hard. So.
And I would say I don't think it's just the linebackers that have experience. I think we have veterans in the safety room, in the corner room, on the D-line, which is super beneficial, and having guys with experience means that they're going to be able to lead the younger guys and demand better from them and raise their standard of play to a higher level to make the whole defense better. We're going to be as strong as our weakest link, and if we can make those guys play at a higher level, then we're going to be a really good defense.
Big picture-wise, it was a pretty similar vibe to the Big 12 media days. This is not a program that's just content with winning 11 games and getting to the Big 12 championship. They want to win it, and I think that they can with what they have coming back and some of the pieces coming in. We'll keep getting you ready for Dublin right here at Cyclone Fanatic. Thank you for tuning in.